Bluefield College T-shirts, and I think they must have given those away by now because we have a crowd that's in excess of that. And I think anytime you put in 1,000 people here, especially everybody getting their tickets for tomorrow night for the game here, you know, this is going to be a good turnout. They're still coming up and coming in. It's a beautiful night. If you have your advance ticket from the Beaver Graham game tomorrow, bring it here tonight. You get in for $4. You can't get out of McDonald's for less than 15, so you could bring the whole family up here. All right, the Pikeville has taken the field. Their deep receivers are Demetrius Coward. He's normally a wide receiver. He's from Indianapolis, and he's the deep man for Pikeville. The Rams are taking the field. The kickoff in college football is from the 35-yard line. The press box, the shadow's pretty much gone across the field. The two receivers that are deep for Pikeville might have a little bit of a problem. Number 47 for Bluefield. And that is Patrick Hilton, a freshman from Newport News. And he's about to get the go-ahead pop-up kick. It was fair catch at the 36-yard line, and Pikeville will take the ball from there. Yes, you can fair catch a kickoff, just as you can a punt. And that's on any level. The officials are trying to figure out where they're spotting the ball and why they're moving to the 47. All right, 36-yard line. Now, they're right. Now, here's Pikeville lining up at the 48. They're all mixed up. He caught the ball at the 36. He had a fair catch. There was no flag. Now they're putting the ball, let me see, I'm sorry. They had the ball was caught at the 36. They started to mark it at the 42, and now it's at the 47. I don't know why. First play of the season. All right. It is Pikeville ball at their own 47, 1st and 10. They gave us their good running back, and we stuff them. We stuff him deep in the backfield, a 4-yard loss. We came shooting right through with Dakota Painter. Dakota Painter found a gap, and we sacked it. We got to the running back pretty much just as he got the ball. A loss of 4 yards back to the 44. It was making 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 13. Pikeville moving from right to left. They're looking back over to one of their coaches, getting a hand signal. They have 3 wide receivers to the left. We only have 2 defensive people to cover them. They're going to throw over here where they got it, and they complete the pass, but we bring them down right away. The pass came from Warren to number 11, Eddie Miller, and we stuffed it right away. And in on the tackle coming across the line of scrimmage is Khalil Randall, and they lost back to the 42. This has got a great start. We've got a -3 and a -2, so it's 3rd and 15. Pikeville with the ball at the 42, 13:49 remaining in the first. Hassani, the quarterback, rolls out to the right. He throws on the run. They have a receiver open. He's caught at the 22, and he's going to go out of bounds at the 21. A wonderful throw right over the head of the defensive back and over the shoulder. Pass by Asani Warren, and it is down to the Bluefield 22. So 3rd and 15 became 1st and 10 for Pikeville in the Bluefield 22. First possession of the game. Warren calling signals to receivers to the left. He gives those running back. He jumps over the center, and he's going to gain about 1.5 yards just outside the 20. That's Seth Millar, who gained right around 750 yards last year. He got off to a good start, ran well against the Rams last year, then had some injuries. So he's a redshirt senior from Waynesboro, Ohio. He's just 5'8", and he's 180 pounds. He's a handful, and he carries speed. 2nd down and 9. We'll call from the 21. running backs to each side of the quarterback who's 6 yards deep. They started the signals. Now they're turning to the Pikeville bench across the way, looking at their coaches for hand signals. High snap is brought down, and then he gives to his running back, and he's brought down by R.J. Buford from Bluefield High. A loss of 2 yards. They gave it to the left halfback, Quan Weaver, and Buford trailed the play. He was right in behind the handoff and brought him down from behind, got his hands around his waist and brought him down. So it's from the 22.5. They run 5 plays and 4 for losses, and they're in our territory anyway. 22.5, 3rd and 11. Warren's got 3 receivers to the left, and we only have 2 defenders. But he's looking to the right. He's got time. He's got time again. Now it's the rush under the grass when there's a hit, and he's going to be only gaining a yard. A square-off pattern just gained a yard, and it was knocked out of bounds hard by Rakeem Smith, a freshman safety from Apopka, Florida. That gained barely a yard. So it's at the 22. They're going to go for a field goal here. It'll be from the 29. The goalposts are 10 yards deep in all football these days. So it's a 39-yard field goal attempt, no wind. They'll be kicking from the right hash mark. The score is 0-0. We're 11:40 remaining in the first quarter. All right, they just moved the ball just inside the right hash. So he's got a good shot at it. Right-footed kicker, tall and lean. Good snap. Kick is down. Line drive. And there is going to go. Line drive left. Might even been short as well. So it's no good. Demir Karapanzik, 6'3", sophomore. The ball never really had a chance. So Bluefield will take over 1st and 10. The Rams' first possession of the season. And they'll take it from their 22-yard line. And they'll take it from the scoreboard end of the field and going towards Stadium Drive. We expect to see Ashton Dixon as the starting quarterback. He's number 11, and we do. Sam Bennett is going to be the running back. We were wondering which one was going to. So they're going to go the big guy, Sam Bennett, and the scat back, Marion Harris. They were 2 of the leading rushers last year. They're going to give to Bennett up the middle, and it's going to gain a yard. Went straight up the middle. So it'll be 1 yard for Bennett. Running behind the center, Quante Hines. There's 4 freshmen tackle to tackle on this Ram offensive line. They're running a split. They're over our guards and over our tackles in a 4-man front. Ashton Dixon decides to keep, gets a pitch out to Marion Harris, 25-30. He's still on his feet. He gets hit, and at the 33, he got hit up high and spun, and they got hit up high and driven out of bounds at the 33-yard line. First down, Rams. Ashton Dixon fake to Bennett straight up the middle. It looked like the first play, but he pulled the ball out and barely got the pitch off. Dixon was being hounded and got the pitch off, and it was first down, Rams. All right, Dixon's going to throw, and then call it. Catches made it to the 37, to the 40, to the 43-yard line. He's going to be close to a first down. Jansen was the receiver. David Jansen, returning Letterman, a returning senior. So a run for all the yards for a first down. An 11-yard pass for a first down. From the 43, Bias is knocked down. The number 6 defensive end, Quanthony Fletcher. Quanthony, Quanthony, Quanthony Fletcher, 6'3", 250. They're pushing him for All-America honors. He's an outside linebacker. And he batted the ball down, so we're 2nd down and 10 for Bluefield from their own 43. We have a man in motion going from right to left. That's going to be Kidd. Then we're going to pitch a Kidd after a fake. Kidd's at the 50 to the 48-yard line of Pikeville. Dylan Kidd from Bland High School in Christiansburg, Virginia. and it's going to be close, not quite a first down. We're a yard shy, 31 from Pikeville's 48-yard line. Dixon has Bennett behind him. We're in a shotgun. They jump in and they jump out. We're turning to the sidelines to get a play from the coaching staff. The play's been signaled in. We have a gap there between our center and our left guard. We put Maples in motion. Dixon wants to throw forward. He finds Jansen. First down. Nice timing pattern down to the 39-yard line. Dixon took the ball, rotated his shoulders to the right sideline, threw it right where he wanted to be. Jansen, a good route, 1st and 10. Another first down for the Rams. We started at the 22. We are now at the Pikeville 40. We're in motion. Kid goes to the left. We give it to Bennett. The big baggy's up the middle of the 30. The 27 to the 27.5-yard line. We got in behind center Quante Hines and the guards Jedediah Howler and Isaiah Turner. And we ran a little trap right up the middle. And it's another first down. There's a timeout. Timeout. It's going to be timeout Pikeville. All right. We came down the field. This is getting fun already. And with 0-0 in the first quarter, we'll take a 60-second break. This is Rams football on the Eagle 100.9 FM Classic Rock. You all right?
They're off to a good start.
Yeah.
I think 4 first downs. They didn't get that many in a couple games.
Right.
Last year, the first
Yeah, like this. The Rams will take the ball from the 28-yard line. They send Kidd in motion from left wing to the right, and we're going to throw to him out into the right flat, and it's a catch to the, and they're going to knock him down at the 20. That's nice on a first down play. It's 8 yards. 1st and 10 at the Pikeville 20. First possession of the game for the Bluefield College Rams. They're going to give the ball to Bennett. No, they're going to keep the ball. And they were going to, eventually he's going to pitch it out the Kid. It's going to be a yard gain. Good fake to Bennett. Bennett was hit at the line of scrimmage. And then they got a hold of Dixon, and he pitched out to Kid going to his left in motion. And Kid was brought down for about a half a yard gain, or maybe a yard gain. It is 3rd down and 1. The Rams are at the Pikeville 19. 8:35 left in the first quarter. It's nothing. The last time in a situation of 3rd and 1, the Rams threw for it. They threw an out pattern to Jansen, the one of the tight ends. David Jansen, a wide receiver from Modesto, California. We're close enough to measure, and we're going to be just shy. We're about a chain length shy. And they measured on the far side at the 18.5-yard line. They're bringing the ball in. And so Bluefield will be at the far hash mark just outside, right at the 18. So they need to cross that 18-yard line stripe, or at least get the ball right about halfway across it. 8:35 left in the first, nothing. This is the first threat of the game. Pikeville didn't go far, and the Rams, they went down to the Bluefield 22 and missed a field goal. And the Rams have taken it from there, and they've responded to get it to the 18. They're going to give it to Bennett, 210 pounds, puts the shoulder pads down, and he plows his way inside the 20. Hit at the line of scrimmage at the 18. He was hit at the 17. He was hit at the 15, and he takes it to the 13, where the Rams will have another first down. 1st and 10 Rams. Bennett, the running back behind Ashton Dixon. 2 receivers wide right. They're going to fake it. His helmet comes off. Dixon's helmet comes off. He still makes the throw to Jansen, and it'll be complete to the 7-yard line. A defender came in high. There's going to be a flag, too. A defender came in high and ripped Dixon's helmet off. And he's still walking around with his burr haircut. In fact, the helmet went about 20 yards toward the sideline across the way. They're going to call a flag on it, and he still completed the pass to Jansen, who took it down to the 7. Now, that was a live ball play. I would think that they would go half the distance to the goal line, which would make it about between the 6 and the 7, where it would stay first down. If they took the play, it would be second down at about the same place, about the 6 or the 7. Referees conferring. There's not a Bluefield player near the officials, as if they have an option. That seems odd. Yeah, unless they're, I see what they might even mark it from the spot. Now the flag is sitting in the 21. Half the distance to there would be to the 11. All right, so it's not from I was counting from the line of scrimmage. So they're at the 9 and instead of the 7. So they lost. What they did is they took themselves back 2 yards and gave themselves a hold down back. So it is first down and 7 at the Pikeville 10-yard line. Dixon's a quarterback. He's got 2 receivers to the left, and one of them is moving in motion. And he gave it to Bennett. He's going to pound his way inside the 5, maybe resting right on the 5. Here comes the official from this side, and he marks it to the 5. There's a good run, 5 yards against a goal line defense on first down. So it's second down and 2. The Rams could still get a first down. Remember, they got they're about 3 yards, 3.5 yards on the penalty. Kept it first downs. Now they just ran for 5. So it's they're calling it's second down. I don't know why they dropped the sticks. We can get a first down at the 3. All right, second down. We'll keep track of it here. Bennett behind Ashton. They're going to give the ball to Bennett. He's down to the 1. Boy, he got his shoulder pad square and down, and he's down to the 1. Hey, some important play is going on up front. We got freshmen up front. We're going to snap the ball right away from the 1. We're going to give it to Bennett, and Bennett, he's 5 yards deep in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Big hole. Big hole, Rams score. Rams 6, Pikeville nothing. 7:09 left in the first quarter here at Mitchell Stadium. And we've got a crowd, they're having a good time. They really enjoyed that. At least 4, maybe 5 first downs on the way. The drive started at the Bluefield 22, and they took it down towards Stadium Drive for the touchdown. Patrick Hilton, left-footed, extra point attempt. Ball is snapped down, good, and he's going to flutter up there. Good. It looked like a Hoyt Wilhelm knuckleball, and it barely got over, but it counts. It's a point. All right, Bluefield 7, Pikeville nothing. 7:09 left in the first quarter. This is we're going to take a 30-second break. This is Rams football on Eagle 100.9 Rock Radio. Classic Rock. The Rams on top. We're here at Mitchell Stadium and a very happy crowd here tonight. 7:09 left in the first quarter. Rams 7, Pikeville nothing. Pikeville had one long pass play that got them down to Bluefield's 22. They didn't make another play the whole rest of the drive. And then they missed the field goal. We took over at the 22 and came down 78 yards for the touchdown. There's the kickoff going to Pikeville at the 25. They're going to run to the right. And he's got a crease. He's at the 40, the 45, the 50, the 40, and been pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line. We got ourselves blocked. And then when we did, we went around the blocks, and he ran around us to the 35-yard line. This is what happened some last year where Bluefield's depth, on the special teams, you're trying to rest some of your starters, and the fall in depth led to some special teams disasters. The defense will be lining up at the Pikeville at their own 38. Pikeville ball, 1st and 10 at the Bluefield 38, going toward the scoreboard, and Bluefield leads 7-0. Hassani Warren is the shotgun quarterback.
Pikeville will start this possession on Bluefield's 38-yard line.
They have 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Seth Millar is the running back. 5'8" is all, so it's hard to get some shoulder pads under him to tackle. He was their leading ball carrier from a year ago with a 6.4-yard average. That's good no matter where you're playing. At our 38 after the long kickoff return. They fake it to Millar and bootleg the other way, and we sniff it out and we bring it down. That's going to be maybe a yard gain. Robert Boatwright, a veteran linebacker, he started most of last season. He's a sophomore, and he sniffed out the bootleg by the quarterback and stopped it for a yard gain. Pikeville 2nd down and 9 from the Bluefield 37. And there's a penalty flag that came in, and he's looking at the running back. The running back made a shift. He was behind the quarterback and shifted to the right. I'm not sure how that is an illegal shift. All right, so it's 2nd down and 14. The Pikeville coaches are curious, too. They get their hands on their hips and asking questions out here toward the white-headed referee that how could it have been. All right, Warren's looking. He's throwing deep. He's got a receiver down the right side. We bump into him. No call. We hit his hip, and the receiver went down at the 10. No call. So it'll be 3rd down now for Pikeville at the Bluefield 42-yard line. That was the same play where they had a big gain down to our 22 on their first drive. They overthrew it. I think the official judged that the ball had gone over the receiver, was past the receiver when the contact was made, and that is legal. All right, 3rd down, defense. 3rd at the 42 of Bluefield. Rams lead 7-0. Warren, a freshman, he's looking right. He throws over the middle. There's a catch made, and it's going to be short at the 30. It was a slant pattern to number 2, Austin Prey from Hazard, Kentucky. And we have 4th down, and they're going to go for it here. It'll be 4th down and 3 yards from the 31.5. They gave it to Millar, the running back. He stood up. He's real close at the 32. There's some extra effort. Extra leg push might have gotten him across the 1st down marker. The 1st down marker is just outside, outside the 28. So they started just outside the 31, carried just outside the 28. And they're going to move the sticks. He makes it to the 27. Boy, that's depending on a running back. 4th and 2.5, and they give a running play, and he makes the 1st down. 1st and 10 at our 27. A fake and a pass is going to go over here. We push. Touchdown pass anyway. They score. The receiver going down the left sideline. A touchdown from the 27-yard line. to number 4, Aaron Jackson, 6'2", 185 pounds from Frankfort, Kentucky. He streaked down the left sideline, gave one inside move. We bit on it, got our feet turned around. He ran by us, and Warren throws a perfect pass for a touchdown of 22 yards. Closes it to 7-6. Kapanarids make the kick. His extra point is good, and we are tied. With 5:29 left in the first quarter, it's Bluefield 7, Pikeville 7, and this is Rams football on the Eagle 100.9 Classic Rock.
29 seconds remain in the first quarter. The Pike Bears will kick to the Bluefield Rams.
This is Rams football. We're 7-7 with 5:29 left in the first quarter. Pikeville is kicking off from the 35 after just having scored on a 22-yard touchdown pass. This will be our first kickoff return of the season, and we're going to let it bounce at the 16. We pick it up at the 14. We make somebody miss. We're at the 30. We're at the 40, 45, 50. And it's a real nice kickoff return. And that is number 12, Khalil Randall, a freshman safety. Khalil Randall, number 12 from Richmond, Virginia. And he takes it to the Bluefield 49. This was something we didn't have much of last year, is great field position on the kickoff return. This is Bluefield's second possession of the game. We marched down the field the first time with the ball, 78 yards for a score. We had led 7-0 with 7 minutes to go, and now it's 5:21 left, and it's 7-7. Marion Harris, first carry, is going to run it on a sweep, the 50 to 45. He evades another tackler, 30. We're not going to quite get to the 30. They say he's going to step out at the 33. He pushed a tackler who's coming in high with his arms out, and Harris has pushed him away with his left hand. And then that was right at the line of scrimmage. 5 yards later, he pushed off another one who was coming in too high, and Harris was eventually stopped at the 33, and we have a penalty. We're walking backward. Holding on Bluefield. And they're marking it from the, let's see where they're going to mark it from. All right, they say that it occurred at the 39, so Bluefield will have the ball at the 49. It'll still be first down. All of that nice run that went 19 yards, is going to result in a pickup of 2, but we saved the down. 1st and 8 at their 49. The give is to Adrian Pope, and he got smacked behind the line of scrimmage, where they came right through our center guard gap and knocked Pope down for, no gain. We got a good mark out of it. They gave us a couple of extra feet. 2nd down at the 49-yard line. We have 2 backs in here. We have Pope is behind Dixon in the shotgun. The give is going to be Harris on a sweep. We got the block on the corner. We're at the 30, at the 40, 35. First down, and no flags, not there. And Marion Harris got it to the Pikeville 35. Another Rams first down. We have 3 receivers to the right. And there's going to be a timeout. A Bluefield player had run on the field. They were trying to substitute Justin Brown at a running back position, and he came running back. And then the next person you saw running out toward the field was Ordell Walker, and Coach Walker got the timeout. We're going to take a 30-second break on the Rams timeout. We're at 7-7, 4:14 remaining in the first. 30 seconds. This is Rams football, and up 100.9. The Eagle rocks. First and 10 Rams at the Pikeville 35. A nice kickoff return by Khalil Randall to the Bluefield 48 got this going. 7-7 still in the first quarter. And we're going to go Harris. He's going to run to the right. And he's at the 30, 25, the 20, and out of bounds. And that was the change that Walker wanted. It's Justin Brown, the freshman running back from Bristol, Virginia. 5'7", 165 pounds. He's number 30. Harris is number 20. So they did make the substitution. Gave the ball to Brown. And Brown has a gain inside the 25, but we're on the flag again. We were called for holding a while ago, but we made it up by getting a first down. Holding again on the Rams. Now this is going to make it a touchier situation, such as 1st and 20. 1st and 20 Bluefield at the Pikeville 43. The idea here is to be cool. We're still at their 43. 1st and 10. Dixon, he's going to give it to the running back up the middle to the 40, and he's down. And that was Pope. The gain will be 3 yards to the 40. And I say that, this is the Rams. When they went bad last year, everything went bad in a hurry and all at once. One thing would lead to a series of bad things. All right, so it's 2nd down and 15 from the 40 of Pikeville. The give is going to be the 30, the 25, the 20. Adrian Pope, we're finding something in the middle. They're in that split defense where they're over our guards, and we're cutting off a linebackers who's supposed to fill in that center gap. And we carried the ball down to the 20 for a first down. That was on a 2nd and 15 play. We're going to try this. Dixon's going to keep the ball. He spins the 13-yard line going down. The fake was to Pope, and Dixon was in the grasp. And he got away from that and ran to the left side, ran over the left tackle, and takes it to the 14-yard line, where it would be 2nd down. We would need to go to the 11 for a first down. The player almost got everybody. He was shaken up on the play. That's number 6, Juan Anthony Fletcher, the All-American candidate. He had Dixon and Pope in his arms, but then Pope was the one with the ball, and he spun. Dixon was the one with the ball, and he twisted away. 7-7, 3:06 left in the first. Rams have the ball at the 14. We have 2 receivers wide to the right, 1 to the left. Sam Bennett behind the running back. Dixon's going to fake it. He's going to throw. He's got a receiver, and it's caught. And where they got it? No touchdown, Rams. Dylan Kidd kept his toes in bounds. Dylan Kidd, who started at the slot back, right pretty much at the on the hash marks, and he ran a square out pattern to the right, kept his toes just inside. Oh, it's not a score. Okay, we got an angle. It's at the 3. I thought he raised his hands. He did raise his hands. I guess he was raising his hands for a kick. Now, okay, we're at the 3 because it's an extra point. My bad. I'm sorry. Extra point. Hilton will be the kicker. We're up 13-7. Bounced it. We bounced it. We're going to have to run. We're going to have to do something with the ball. We're running out to the right. We've got a receiver, and the ball is knocked away. All right, so Dylan Kidd scored a touchdown, and he leans over with his toes inbounds, and then catches the ball and lands flat on his face, and the official signals touchdown Rams. We're going to stay here. We're not going to go to commercial break because I got to catch up on what happened. And then so that was the touchdown. The pass from Dixon to Dylan Kidd, and Kidd is from Bland High School. And then on the extra point, we bounced the thing to the holder, and we ran out to the right. Corey Mabry was rolling out to the right and trying to find a receiver. We had one open for a split second deep in the end zone, but then when the pass was delivered, it was batted away. So that keeps the score Bluefield 13, Pikeville 7. I hardly remember a time that the Rams had a lead this late in the game, and we're only at 2:53 left in the first. Nice crowd, having a good time. Bluefield Stadium band in good form. The Rams have had the ball twice, 2 touchdowns. That was a 52-yard drive. The first one was 78 yards. We're going to kick off. See if we can hit it deeper this time. It's going to be a line drive kick, and it's taken by their guy at the 20. He's going at the left hash, and we've got him. And now we're piling on top of him, and we stop him. We're going to give him progress to the 35. Good. Seems like sometimes we again, it was an enigma last year. Every time something would happen, good would happen, and something a long kickoff return would take the air out of us. All right, the Rams on top, 13-7 against Pikeville. Opening game for both teams. We're at Mitchell Stadium. Pikeville is moving from our right to left. They're moving from Stadium Drive toward the scoreboard. 13-7 Bluefield. A freshman, Hassani Warren, is the quarterback in a shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to the right. We have 3 defenders out there this time for him. And he gives it to his running back. We pile him up. He's going to gain no more than a yard. We stack him up. The linebacker in there was Dakota Painter, and the defensive lineman number 69, David Aldamo, a freshman from Sunland Park, New Mexico. They lost a yard. 2nd and 11. That's the 35. Bluefield's in a 3-man front. We've got a linebacker on the edge here to make it a 4 front. Linebackers are coming. They give it to the big back. He drops the ball with a big hole. We got it. We have the ball. We're on the ball at their 39-yard line. Cordell Johns, linebacker. Oh, the running back is kicking himself. Quan Weaver had a big hole up the middle. He might have scored. There was nothing but artificial turf in front of him, field turf. And then he got banged on the arm. It was just an arm tackle on our guy's part. We didn't hit him hard, but we slapped the ball away. And I don't know why they're talking. There's a flag down on the far side. It is at their 37. I'm not going to speculate. There's too many things it could be. All right. Either we get the ball or they keep the ball. The longer they talk, the more uneasy I feel. They're walking toward here. Here, what that is. Face mask. Doggone it. I think it was it's out there by where the wide receiver was. Their wide receiver to the right. And we had our cornerback was right up on him on a bump and run. And we got our hand in his face mask. Instead of the ball, 1st and 10 at their 40, they have the ball, Pikeville ball, 1st and 10 at the Bluefield 44. Now they're going back to the 46. 1st and 10 at the Bluefield 46. Hands in the face on a bump and run. All right, let's strap him back up. Let's play. 1:55 left in the first. Bluefield leads 13-7. They have the ball at our 46, 1st and 10. They give the ball to the running back going to the right. He spins, and he'll be down after about a 3-yard gain to the 43-yard line. A slant for the left halfback over right tackle. Got hit right away, made a spin, and that'll be another tackle for the big defensive lineman David Aldama, the freshman from Sunland Park, New Mexico. 2nd and 7 at the Rams 43. All right, we're sending forward. They're throwing deep down the right sideline. We got it covered. We're all, they're going to call a flag. Their guy runs into our guy. And they're going to call a flag. I mean, they could have been offensive pass interference. We're going down the right sideline. We are deeper than their receiver, and we're inside their receiver. The ball is thrown slightly inside. The receiver runs over the defender, and they're going to mark this off against the Rams. To the Rams' 21-yard line. We're to be 1st and 10. So we have lost a fumble here. Instead of having the ball at the 40, a penalty brought the ball into our territory. And now the pass interference call against Bluefield. They're still talking about it. I think it's just a matter of where they're going to mark it. See, in college football, it's not at the point of infraction. It's a 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. High school is the same thing. Unless it's intentional, then it could be a 30-yarder. All right, they're at our 28-yard line. They have it down 1st and 10. All right, they give the ball to the running back who's slanting over right tackle, and he's inside our 15 and down to the 12-yard line, 11-yard line, 1st down and 10. They gave it to their left halfback, number 30, Jamar Kirksey from Louisville, Kentucky. And they found a spot inside our outside linebacker and inside our tackle, and they take it down to our 12. 1 minute left in the first. Rams lead 13-7. They're faking it, and now they're going to give the ball to the same player, and he'll have it down to the 6-yard line. A gain of 6. From the 6, it'll be 2nd down and goal. No, not goal. 2nd down and 4. They can get a 1st down if they take it in between the 2 and the 3-yard lines. We're making substitutions. We're bringing in some bigger folk. R.J. Buford comes off. All right, we're still on a 3-man front. 2nd down. They have the ball at our 6. They were going to throw a pass out to the side. He bounces it to himself. They're going to call a touchdown. The receiver tipped the ball to himself, and it was a matter of whether they're going to have a flag. It was a matter of whether he tipped it himself with the feet in. The officials said yes. Somebody said something, and there's a flag. I wouldn't for the receiver to have said it, I can't imagine. Touchdown, unsportsmanlike conduct against them. It'll be after the play. The touchdown will count. It ties the score 13-13 with 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Warren threw a nice pass over here to the left corner of the end zone. And the receiver, it was over his head, and he tipped it with one hand, tipped it up to himself. The ball came down, and he made the catch. The receiver made the catch. Excuse me. And then said something to the defender. Number 4, so the receiver is number 4, and that is Aaron Jackson, who's already had a couple big catches today, sophomore for Frankfort, Kentucky. So they're going to kick Karapanzik will try the extra point for a 1-point lead. Good snap. Kick is up. And the kick is good. It is 14-13. Pikeville 14, Bluefield 13. This is Rams football on the Eagle 100.9 Classic Rock. 30 seconds, please.
Getting himself into mistakes again. Face mask, and that wasn't a pass interference call.
The what?
That wasn't a pass interference.
No, could have gone the other way.
He ran right into the receiver.
A no call would have been the way to go there.
Now here he got. You see, he told it after he caught the touchdown. He put the ball in the guy's arm.
Oh, did he?
He deserved to get up.
The University of Pikeville will kick to the Rams.
Brian Woodson, the sports editor of the Bluefield Daily Telegraph, said that the receiver who scored the touchdown, Aaron Jackson, waved the ball right in the face of our defender, and that's why the flag was called. And we're glad to have Brian up here with us. He's got a game to cover for his paper tonight, but we'll have a few words with him at halftime. Look forward to it. So with that, it is a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct. Then instead of kicking from the 35-yard line, the Pikeville team will kick from their own 20. And so our deepest guy is at our own 20. We have Kelvin Ellison is the deep receiver for the Rams. All right, kicking from the 20. Rams trail 14-13. This might even be the last play of the quarter. Nice kick. And it bounces at the 15. It bounces up and taken by Rakeem Smith. He's at the 30, the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50. And he's still on his feet. He spun and spun again. And he takes it to the Pikeville 30's 8-yard line. It didn't look good at first. He let the ball drop, and he got a double play bounce, a room service bounce right up into his hands, and then he took it up the hash marks on the right side and to the Pikeville 38-yard line with 2 seconds left in the first quarter. The ball will be, the clock will start on the snap of the ball after a kick return. And Bluefield will have, this will be the last play barring a penalty of the first quarter. Pikeville leads Bluefield 14-13. Dixon looks to his right, and the ball is dropped. He wasn't going to gain anything anyway. Might have even lost a yard. Jansen, the ball was knocked out of his hands. And that concludes the first quarter from Mitchell Stadium. Pikeville 14, Bluefield 13. Rams football on the Eagle 100.9 Classic Rock. We'll be back in 60 seconds. This is still Rams football. Thought we were going to take a break, but we could take it right from here. Well, it looked good. You know, we were marching again. We had 2 touchdowns on the board, marching again down to the 40. I'm sorry, the ball was at the 40-yard line. We had marched about down there twice, and then at the 40-yard line, we recovered their fumble, and we get penalized. Then we have a pass interference call that was really dubious. The guy ran over us, our cornerback, and but they called it on our cornerback, and that helped lead to a score. So and then along the way we've muffed an extra point chance on the snap. So the Rams trail 14-13. This is the first play of the second quarter. We have a really pleasant evening. Blue skies, no wind. The shadows are over the field. We're moving from right to left, moving toward the scoreboard. Ashton Dixon has Big Sam Bennett behind him. And Dixon's going to keep the ball and around the left side and maybe gain a yard. He faked it, Bennett, and he was looking to make a pitch and wisely did not, held on to the ball, and we'll call it no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Rams. Marion Harris comes in as one of the running backs. This is the backfield you want to see here too. Marion Harris and Sam Bennett. 3rd down. 3rd and 10 from the Pikeville 38. We gave it to Harris, and that was a bad read. And he got dumped. He's going to lose 7 yards. Let's see. He's going to lose 6 yards. That was just a bad read. The defender was on Harris just as soon as Harris got the ball, and we had other options. 4th down. At the 44-yard line, and we're going to have our first punt. Standing at his own 40 is number 14, Mason Maples. I'm surprised at this. Dan Griffin had a good summer game punting the ball, returning punter. All right, maybe he's a higher kicker, pooch cooker. So there's the kick. His line drive lands at the 20, and it hits our guy at the 10, and it will be down at the 11. So first touch is at the 10. Joel Calfee from Pikeview downs it at the 11. Well, there's a good spot. At the 10. That's what that penalty did. Gave us some field position. So even though we didn't make anything, we're pinning the ball down at their 10. So that's a good way. 13:31 left in the second quarter. Pikeville coming onto the field. 1st and 10 from their 10. We're in a 3-man defensive front. We're outside their tackles and on their nose. We got 2 outside linebackers. 3 defensive backs. We're playing man-to-man. We're right up on them. And they're looking to throw against it. And there's a long throw. A one-handed catch at the 50. The 40. He's gone. Nobody's near him. A one-handed catch by Shantez Johnson. They lob the ball out to the right sideline. And Shantez Johnson has reached out. I didn't think he had a chance. It was over his head. Caught right on his fingertips with his right hand. He didn't put 2 hands on the ball until he gave the ball to the referee. He tucked the ball in with one hand, and he takes it down to the goal line into the end zone near Stadium Drive. And just like that, it's 20-13. Extra point attempt. Kick is up, and it is good. A 90-yard pass play has Bluefield down 21-13. This is Rams football on the Eagle 100.9 Classic Rock. Thank you. A 90-yard touchdown pass. The ball was thrown 35 yards from scrimmage. He caught the ball at the 45-yard line, one hand. Tucked the ball under his right pit and took it down the right sideline for a touchdown. Bluefield trails 21-13. Pikeville to kick off from the 35. A short kick drops at the 21-yard line, and we pick it up and retreat to the 20. We retreat to the 16. We're trying to make the corner circle, and we're not going to make it. We're going to get about to the 22-yard line. So we just ran 50 yards across the field. Freshman Khalil Randall, and the return was about 4 yards to the 24, about 2 yards to the 24. He let the ball bounce, and that gave Pikeville a chance to get more people down the field. They stayed in their lanes. 1st and 10 Rams. Things happen in clusters to this team. That's what had happened a year ago. You know, just a couple of moments ago, the Rams were up 13-7 and had the ball at their 40. Now the Rams are behind 21-13. 13:08 left in the second quarter. Rams ball. We need to do something positive here. The 22. The quarterback is. They made a change there. Is that forward right there? It turned sideways to us. Armani Ford is number 16. Ashton Dixon's number 11. All right, now we flinched. We were calling a signal at the line of scrimmage. The quarterback is calling a play, and we flinched up there, one of our linemen, and that cost us 5 yards. It happens in clusters. We've got to put a stop to this. It is Armani Ford at quarterback, and he's going to give to his running back up the middle, and Adrian Pope's going to get it to the 22-yard line. No, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong yard lines. To the 18. 2nd and 14 from the 18. And Ford is going to keep the ball this time. After he faked a sweep to the left and kept the ball to the 22 where he stopped there. But that puts us still way off here on our trying to stay on schedule here. 3rd and 10 is not being on schedule. 3rd and 2 is. 3rd and 10 from about the 22-yard line. Ford is the quarterback. He brings a man in motion to his right. We try to play off right guard. That was the read we ran off a right guard with 10 yards to go. We gave the ball to a running back off right guard. I'm not sure what he saw. So it's 4th down because we didn't make anything. 11:50 remaining in the second quarter, and a 13-7 lead is now 21-13 deficit. Pikeville set to receive a punt. Their deep man is Aaron Jackson, who's made some terrific catches today for Pikeville. Maples from Gadsden, South Carolina, is the punter. He hits it straight up. Nearly straight up. It bounces at the 37, and it's going to roll to the 39. Just about straight up. He caught it as much on the ankle than he did on his foot. We have seen things. I don't know what it is. I know it's opening day. It's and it's a new cast of characters here in this play. You know what? Last year, there was a game last year. Bluefield was behind 21-0, and their other team's quarterback had not taken the field yet. All right, so the defense is going to have to do it here. 11:19 left. Rams trail 21-13. 1st and 10 at the Rams 39. Hassani Warren. He's going to fake, throw a pass, and they throws it at a guy's feet. They don't catch it. Incomplete. All right, 2nd and 10. That's a good defensive schedule. Hassani Warren looks to the sidelines. He's 6'1", 185 pounds. He took his Belfry, Kentucky team to 3 straight state championship games. All right, we need to get a pass rush here. We've got 3 on the front, 1 over the nose, and 2 over the tackles. The ball is going to be given to Millar. He sidesteps another, and he's going to take it inside the 20 and maybe stops at the 18. We left our feet going for him. Got our helmets down twice, and he sidestepped one and sidestepped another. That looked good at first for the Rams, right at the line of scrimmage. Instead, it's Pikeville ball at our 19. 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Pikeville at the 19. They're going to throw a pass on the left flat, and it's caught, and it's going to be stopped at the 12.
On Bluefield, 11-yard line.
Just a swing pass out to the left. And that was to Shantae Zachary, a senior wide receiver from Pikeville, Kentucky. Gain of 7. 2nd and 3. It'll be at the Bluefield 12. Warren calls the signals. He's going to fake the same play, but give it to Millar up the middle, and we stop it. The gain of a couple.
Straight up the middle. Gain of
Maybe 2.
Spotted on the 10-yard line.
The first player to meet him was Marquell Hart, a freshman from Suffolk, Virginia, 6'3", 250. So it is 3rd down at the 10, at the 11. They get a first down just inside the 10. 3rd down. And they're going to snap it straight to Millar. He's at the 5, then to the 4, 1st down. It's called the Wildcat formation whenever they put the running back at who receives the snap from center. They move the quarterback to a wide receiver, and they move the running back to take the ball directly. Looks like they're going to line up and do the same thing. 1st down for Pikeville at the Bluefield 4. They're looking to add to their 21-13 lead. They have 2 halfbacks to the sides of the quarterback. And he's going to give it to slant running left halfback, and it's going to be just shy. Well, I can't be more than an inch shy. The right halfback was number 9, Quan Weaver. He ran a slant over left tackle and took it to.
Ball was carried by number 9.
Oh, they're putting it to 3. It's a touchdown. I wish they brought their band. We would have known about it. Touchdown, 27-13. That was a touchdown.
Now for the extra point attempt.
Good snap. Ball is up and hits it into the net between the goalposts, and the kick is good. It is Pikeville 28, Bluefield 13. 9:18 remaining in the 2nd quarter. We'll take a 30-second break. Rams football on the Eagle 100.9 Classic Rock. Rams trail 28-13, 9:18 left in the 2nd quarter here at Mitchell Stadium. A beautiful evening and a real nice crowd. I thought the biggest crowd that I had seen was in 2012 homecoming. Now, I think this is larger than it. We might have upwards of 1,000 people. Nice crowd, having a good time here tonight. They enjoyed it more when the Rams led 13-7, and that wasn't that long ago. 28-13, Rams trail. The kickoff will be made from the left hash mark at the 35. We need a run back. We need to stop this. A line drive kick that's going to bounce 3 times is taken at the 18-yard line, and then we're going to run to the right and be taken down about the 28-yard line. Rakeem Smith on the return, a freshman from Apopka, Florida. One of 60 freshmen on hand. And This isn't junior college either. 60 freshmen. We returned about 37, and a few older guys who walked on. They've got 110. I imagine they suited just about all of them here. All right, Bluefield needs to do something on offense. 9-12 less in the second, trailing 28-13. Armani Ford is the quarterback. He has 2 receivers to the left. He has 1 receiver wide to the right, and he's going to run the ball. He wanted to pass, but he's going to tuck the ball down, and he's going to get a first down out of it to the 46-yard line. He faked the ball up the middle. He looked like he had every intention to throw the ball to his receiver out to his left, and he was open. But Ford kept the ball, a very athletic quarterback, and over left tackle has it out to the 45. First and 10. All right, Ford's we're going to run a reverse, and we give it to Smith. And he's taking it to the 50, the 45, and down to the 44-yard line, and Rodrell Smith, the junior out of Arlington, Virginia, 6'1", 190 pounds. He was on the left side. He was a split left. Armani Ford ran to the left and then pitched the ball back to Smith, who took it around to the right for a first down to their 44, the Pikeville 44, first and 10. Excuse me. 8:30 left in the second quarter. The Rams look to this side, looking from a play from the bench. Ford is 5 yards behind the center. We send a man in motion. We give the ball to the running back up the middle, and there's nothing there this time. A play that had been very productive for us got nothing this time. It was Adrian Pope. And it will be no gain. Second and 10. Ford sends, gets the signals from the sideline, walks along the line of scrimmage and talks to his lineman. He's now 6 yards deep. He has Pope behind him. He's going to give the ball to Pope, a right guard, and he got slammed down. Wow, that was a nice form tackle by Quanthony Fletcher, the All-American candidate. Good form. Put the front of his shoulder pads right on our running back's shoulder pads. Kept his legs driving and put the running back on his back. Make a film of that, send it out to all the little kids out there. A lot of football action this weekend. We know about tomorrow. Football action all over the 2 Virginias. And then on Saturday in Tazewell, Smurf and Pee Wee and midget teams will be in Tazewell on Saturday, starting first thing in the morning, about 10 o'clock in the morning. And there'll be 8 games down there. What was the call, Brian? What'd you have there?
Sportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike conduct after the play against Pikeville. Moves the ball to the Pikeville 29. First and 10. Plenty of time. We run a sweep. No, we're going to keep the ball. Ford, nice fake. Fake the ball to Harris going left, and a nice fake down to the 21. 8-yard gain. Ford is the fastest of the quarterbacks. Armani Ford, number 16, sophomore out of Clairton, Pennsylvania. Going to give the ball to Bennett. Bennett's going to be just shy of the first down at the 20. But if we do that again, we'll get the first. So it'll be third down, about 2 feet to go. We're right on their 20. We're right in the middle of the field. We're driving toward the scoreboard. We're trying to cut this 28-13 deficit. Ford with the ball. He gives the ball to Bennett to the 15, to the 14. Right guard was the play. First down. Got behind the veteran Jedediah Howla from Fredericksburg, the junior 310-pounder. First down at the Pikeville 15, and we give it to Bennett again, up the middle. And that extra effort, he was hit at the 12, and he might be as far as the 9. They might say his knee went down with the ball at the 10. That's nice. That's a 4-yard gain. That keeps us on schedule. 2nd and 6. We can get a first down at their 4. I don't think we want a field goal. Rams trail 28-13. Going to give the ball to Harris around right end. He's at the 8, at the 7. Ball on the ground. Who has it? Pikeville says they have it. I thought we dove down there first, but Pikeville says they have it. The ball's at the 9. The play was kind of messy anyway, where Bennett and Harris were in the same place. Harris got the ball, wasn't fully secured, running around right end. The ball came out. Still no sign. We're at their 10. We've got to have this. Still no sign. Well, that's a good thing. No sign. That means it's still our ball. We got the ball. We dove in there. I think it was number 78, the freshman Isaiah Turner from Riverside, California. Was the first one to dive in. Didn't hesitate. The ball was on the ground, and he was diving, and we kept keep the ball. They jumped. Did they touch us? No. We turned to the sideline. We're drawing a change of play. The situation is 3rd down at the 10. We kept the ball this time. 3rd down at the 10. We get a first down at the 6. We're going to pitch the ball out to the running back. It's Harris. We're close to the goal line. Is he in? Yes. He got hit. We pitched it out on the line of scrimmage at the 10, and we pitched it out. He was hit at the 6. He kept his left shoulder down, kept his feet in bounds, and he drove, and the last contact was at the 1, kept that shoulder down, drove through that last tackle attempt, and Marion Harris the touchdown. Makes it 28-19. We're going to go for 1 to keep it within 8. 5:33 remaining. We need a good snap. Low snap, and we pick it up, and we punch the ball through the uprights, and it's 28-20. A lot of action here. We still have 5 minutes 33 remaining in the second quarter. Rams football, the Eagle 100.9. Rock. 30 seconds, please. I've lost audio. Yes, dear. Yeah, we're in the second quarter. We have 5:33 remaining in the second quarter. We're going to do 30 seconds here if we can. Great, you're doing great. This is all good. You're very welcome. Well, thank you. Easy game to call. All this action. Okay. Rams football, 5:33 left in the second quarter. The Rams, who led 7-0 and led 13-7 and fell behind 28-13, have scored. That was close to an 80-yard drive. 28-20. Rams trail 28-20, and we kick it off. A pooch kick. It's on the ground. They're going to recover it at the 41-yard line, at their 41. Looked like a Phil Mickelson wedge shot. The ball wanted to come back toward Bluefield, but their guy was alert, and he fell on the ball as soon as it started scooting back toward the Rams. Pikeville will have the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 41. Pikeville's moving from our left to our right, and so they're moving from the scoreboard towards Stadium Drive. The quarterback is number 16. It's Azani Warren. He's got his outstanding running back, Seth Miller, behind him. 3 receivers now to the left. They got more guys than we do out there, but they give the ball to Miller up the middle, and he'll gain about 3 yards when he should have had nothing. We hit him right at the line. The first contact along the line of scrimmage was by Brandon Sullivan, the freshman from Belton, Texas. He's over 300 pounds. These freshmen came from everywhere, including Texas and California and New Mexico. So they say his knee went down, so they gave him 1.5 yards to the 42. They snap the ball to the shotgun quarterback. He wants to throw deep. He's got a guy wide open. They hit him at the 30. We're trying to catch him at the 10, and we knock him out of bounds at this 8-yard line.
Knocked out of bounds on the 8-yard line.
There was no reason for him to be that open. You know, so we're looking at it. Let's go take it from the quarterback's point of view. He faked the ball to the right, to a running back going to the right. And then he just threw back. And the cornerback wouldn't have had anything to do with a fake running play. Nothing to do with a running play. We were asleep at the wheel on that one. But we caught up with the guy, and he's at the 10-yard line. They're going to give it to the second back through, and it's Miller. He's got some room on the left side of the 5. He dips, and he runs over his own guy. A touchdown. Touchdown, Pikeville. But there's a flag on the 10. Holding, Pikeville. So a 10-yard, or the touchdown is called back. The original line of scrimmage was the 8. The penalty may be marked from the 10. And we might have first and goal at the 20. They ran right by us for that pass. For a couple plays ago, and it took it down to the 8. Miller, 5'8". We can't get your arms around him. You can't get low enough on him. He stuck it in the right corner of the end zone on a power run, but they called it back. They're at the 19-yard line. It's first and goal. They're going to go all the way in. First and goal at the 19. They're going to sweep to the right, and we've got our arms around him at the 20, and it's a great stop. Great stop by the linebacker, number 55, Tyquan Burns, a freshman from Augusta, Georgia. Second down and goal from the 20. We had that one covered. They're spending some time to get the right play. It's 4:14 left in the second quarter. Pikeville 28, Bluefield 20. Pikeville has the ball at the Bluefield 20-yard line. 2 receivers wide, left and right. Fake, and they're going to throw out here to the right. It's complete. He stepped out of bounds. Yes, he did. It was a quick pass out to the right. It was taken by number 11, Eddie Miller III, freshman from Wheelersburg, Ohio. It looked like he was going to pick up some yards, but they say his foot went out at the 19. At the Bluefield 19, it is third, and they need all 19 yards. They cannot make a first. Unless there was a situation where there was an automatic first down on a penalty against Bluefield. There's going to be a timeout. It's timeout Bluefield. Both teams were unsure. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. This is Rams football on the Eagle 100.9 Classic Rock. Yes. That's right. We have 3 minutes and 33 seconds to play in the second quarter. Yeah, I'll give you a full heads up on it. He caught it. Warren takes the snap, 3rd and 20 from the 20. He's looking left, and he's got a receiver out there and makes a diving catch. Touchdown, Pikeville, making it 34-20. A diving catch into the end zone. He dove from the 2, got it on his fingertips and brought it in. The extra point is up. It is good. We're going to stay here. It is 35-20. We had them 3rd and 20 at the 20. We have a young secondary. We've got a couple of freshmen back there. And they have their team has a freshman quarterback, Hassani Warren. He came to this team with a big reputation, and he has shown why today. So Belfry, Kentucky, led his team to 3 state title games. And they don't mind throwing on the crucial situations and throwing deep. And he threw the ball right at the end zone into the pylon, the first pylon on the left side. And number 11, Eddie Miller, made a diving catch, and he landed about 3 yards into the end zone with the ball. There are 3 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Pikeville 35, Bluefield 20. Pikeville will kick off. Bluefield will be returning the ball from Stadium Drive to the scoreboard. Bluefield has 1 timeout left. Pikeville has 2. Bluefield will receive the third quarter kickoff. Bluefield won the toss and elected to defer, so they had their choice for the third quarter, and Bluefield will receive for the third quarter. So a touchdown here, and we get the ball in the third quarter. That'd be good things. The kick is deep. That's a taking us back to the 5-yard line. And we're taking it up the left side, and we're upended. Brown's upended at the 16. A diving tackle at the ankles, upends number 30, Justin Brown, at the 16-yard line, where the Rams will have it 1st and 10. 3:22 remaining. Rams have 1 timeout left. The Rams at one point led 13-7. Now trail 35-20. Armani Ford is the quarterback. Ashton Dixon started the game at quarterback. Sam Bennett is the running back behind Ford. And Ford's going to keep the ball, and he's off to the right. He's at the 15, the 20, the 25. He's brought down from behind him until he gets to the 44-yard line. Fake to the right and cutting back to the left, right up the middle of the field. And it took a linebacker coming up the middle of the field to make the stop from behind. 44-yard line. There's a ram down. It appears to be a cramp, the way he's holding his leg up. He's lying down with trainers around him, so we cannot determine from here who the ram is down. We're at the 44-yard line. We're up, and that is Bennett himself. He's walking off fine. The fake was made to Bennett, and then Ford kept the ball in the option going to the right. And we're at the 44-yard line where it's 1st and 10. Bennett comes off. Adrian Pope will be the running back. Got Dylan Kidd at the wing. Jansen is the split end to the right. Rogel Smith is split to the left. We're going to give the ball right up the middle, and it'll be about 4 yards to the 48-yard line of Bluefield. Rams with the ball. It's the Bluefield 48. 2:56 remaining. Bluefield with 1 timeout and trailing 35-20. Ford with Pope behind him. 2 receivers through the wide to the left. They are Smith and Kidd. The wingback is Maples. Mason Maples is the wingback to the left. Jansen is the wide receiver to the right. We're really ticking it down. The play clock is at 11. We send Kidd in motion. The give is to Kidd, and he's at the 50, the 48, and a yard short at the 47-yard line of Pikeville. We got to get up and get moving. It's 2:14, and there's no 2-minute warning in college football. 2:05. 2 minutes to go. 2:00. One timeout left. We look to the sideline. 25 seconds remaining on the game clock, but we're knocking the time off the clock. 1:52 remaining in the quarter. We're at their 47. We have a 3rd down and 2. We send a man in motion. The ball was given to Pope. He's fighting. His fighting is going to be short. And the clock is moving. 1:37. He's going to be short. We're unpiling. Pikeville's unpiling so slowly. 1:30. We're nursing that timeout. It's 4th down. 4th and about a yard. We're at the 46.5, and we need to get inside the 46. We're going to go for it. 4th down. They only have 4 men up front. They didn't bring up a bunch. Clock running, 1:09. Maybe we're looking at if we don't make it, we're going to leave them with little time. If we make it, we're going to leave us with little time. Still calling signals. All right, Ford's going to keep the ball after the fake. He has the 1st down. We're at the 43, but there's a flag. It came along the line of scrimmage from a line judge on the other side. Actually, it was thrown. They're waving it toward us. It looked like right at the point of breaking loose there for the 1st down. We held right there. Ford faked the ball up the middle and then ran around the right end, and his holding was right there at the point that he got the 1st down. So we're going to bring the punting unit out. We're going to kick the ball, the line of scrimmage from the Rams 45. They'll have 1 man deep. When he's a dangerous one, too. That's number 4 back there, Aaron Jackson, their talented wide receiver. All right, from the 45, high snap. It's close. They blocked the kick. They're going to have a chance to run it back. No, they fumble the ball. They pick up the ball at the 32. We're trying to tackle him at the 36. Blocked the punt. I can't even tell you which guy blocked it. It could have been any of 4 people. They were all over the ball. They were all over. They came through our gaps and were all over our people in the backfield. They had 2 players who tried to pick it up and run for the glory. The first one missed it. The second one picked it up and lost a couple of yards. They are going to have the ball 1st and 10 at the Bluefield College. 3 remaining and 11-20. Throw. We got single. See, the running game is so tough. We got to go single coverage. They got 3 receivers all stacked on the right side. Single receiver to the left. We look left. They throw left. And our guy falls down. They catch the ball, and he's going to be out of bounds at the 2. Our cornerback fell down. They're going to mark it down at the 3. Had the ball stayed in play, there would have been a touchdown. 28 seconds left. 1st and 10 for Pikeville at the Bluefield 3. They blocked the punt. They got the ball at the Bluefield 32. The first play is connected. That was to Jackson, their outstanding wide receiver. We had single coverage on it, and they scored. They give the ball to Millar. He's in. Touchdown over left guard. 24 seconds left. Millar untouched. We put in a goal line defense. He was untouched.
Ball handed off, and he is well across the line. Touchdown, Pikeville.
It happens in bunches. I know this is a new year, but this doesn't look unlike any game of a year ago, except we're playing better. But we've got a young secondary. We're down behind 41-20. It's not even the half yet. Pikeville going for point 42. Snap is high, brought down, and he kicks it through, and it's going to be good. And it's 42-20. We're going to stay here. Try to recap some of this. Bluefield led 7-0 in the first quarter, had a 13-7 first quarter lead, and at one point recovered a fumble in their territory with a lead, 13-7. They had the ball in the lead, and then a penalty, and then another penalty, a couple scores. We're getting now right here. They're throwing the ball with a freshman quarterback with some talented wide receivers against our freshman secondary. And they lead 42-20. You know, it's when we had the ball and we're running out of time, it was like, we don't want to run out of time. And then we were thinking, well, maybe we ought to run out of time in case something bad happens. Let the clock run down. Well, something bad happened and they still had time left. 42-20. We have 24 seconds left. The Rams will receive this kick with 24 seconds and 1 timeout left. The Rams will receive the ball in the third quarter. And the kick is a squib kick. It takes a high bounce. Let's take it at the 20. And we're at the 30, the 35, the 39, the 40. That was the freshman Khalil Randall. They're at the 17-yard line. I'm sorry, 17 seconds remaining. And the Rams will have the ball at their own 40. 1st and 10, Bluefield at the 40, trailing 42-20. 17 seconds left and 1 timeout. Armani Ford comes out. He's got Pope as his running back behind him. He has Maples at a wing, and he's got Dylan Kidd as a wing. They're almost in a formation that suggests they're going to knee. They're going to take the knee and head in the locker room and regroup. And the Bluefield College Rams, still looking for their first win since 1941. They had a lead tonight. 3 minutes ago in the first quarter, they had a lead, 13-7. As it stands now, it is Pikeville 42 and Bluefield 20. We're going to have halftime news. It'll be Bluefield College news. Please stay tuned for that. I've got Brian Woodson. I'll get his impressions of the first half when we come back after Bluefield news. So it is the Rams trailing 42-20. We're at halftime at Metro Stadium, and you're listening to Rams football on Eagle 100.9 Classic Rock. Tanya. That's correct. They give us run some commercials between the BC News and sending it back to us. Run some commercials. Right, and do about 60 or up to 90 seconds in between each segment. Okay, all right, I'll be gone now for about 10 minutes. You're doing great. All right. You're doing great. All right, now I'm going to, you won't be able to talk to me. I'm going to the restroom. Bye. This game is... another freshman.
On winning the coin toss. They chose to receive after the half. Pikeville will kick to the Rams.
42-20. A lot went on. You ought to see Brian's notebook. He is busy over here monitoring this game for you for tomorrow morning's Bluefield Daily Telegraph. Pikeville has 340 yards. We have 241. We're doing okay. Bluefield will receive. And the kick is fairly high. It's coming into a wide open spot. The ball's on the ground, and we're not down at the 12. Number 12 picks it up, and he's going to be at the 28. I'm sorry, there was a lot that went on there. Number 12, the freshman, Khalil Randall, let the ball bounce at the 25. The ball went by him. He picked it up and circled back and made it back to the Bluefield 23. That didn't look good at all. Their kicker found a open spot in our kick receiving team, and he dropped it right in there. 1st and 10 Rams at the 28. Armani forward, the quarterback, Bennett behind him. The ball gave us the Bennett up the middle, and he's going to make it to the 30. He's being driven back, and they finally get him down, and finally there's a whistle. This is how they started the game. The Rams that had a 7-0 and 13-7 lead in the first quarter. It'll be 2nd down and 9 from the 30. Pikeville has a player shaking up, number 40, Nick Lacey, a linebacker, and he's going off in his own power, so they have a substitute. Roger L. Smith is a wide receiver left with single coverage. And wide receiver right with coverage. The pass is out to Smith. He catches it and goes down immediately, but he's going to gain some yards to the 37-yard line. It was Ford took the snap, a shotgun snap, and threw it out right away to Roger L. Smith. So we're going to have a gain that takes us to the 37. We're 3rd and 2. The same kind of play would get us a 1st down. They're shuffling up front. We're going to give the ball to Harris on a sweep, and he's going to have the 1st down at the 41-yard line. Harris took his time on the sweep and set up the blocks of Maples and Jansen and gave the Rams a 1st down at the 40. 42-20, Pikeville on top. Rams with the ball in their first possession of the second half. They're at their 40. Got a man in motion. We're looking deep, and we're throwing deep. We got Jansen. The ball's tipped up again, and it's going to be incomplete. Jansen running down the right sideline. It was double covered. He got the safety came over and helped his cornerback out. And the cornerback tipped it, and the safety almost came down with it, but the ball hits the ground. 2nd down from the 40. Got to do that once in a while. Got to loosen them up. We're giving the ball on the ground. We didn't know what to do with the handoff or not, and they're going to pick up the ball, and it's theirs. They're rolling on the ball and have the ball at the 32. Ford and Bennett couldn't decide who was going to get the ball in this option. It was a quarterback option, and the ball, Bennett didn't have a hard tug on the ball, or hard grip on the ball, thinking that Ford was going to take it out. Ford left the ball in Bennett's stomach, and the ball hits the ground and they recover. This is a continuation of the first half. Coach Walker calls it shooting themselves in the foot. That's what he told Brian Woodson this morning's paper. 1st and 10. It's going to be a draw play. Millar's got some room on the outside. He's at the 30 and 29. He's still bouncing around the 25, the 24. You need a bear trap out there to hold him. And it's going to be a gain of nearly 7. It is going to be 7. 2nd and 3. Gosh, that's almost 8 to the 20 to the 24. First contact made at the 31. He takes it to the 24. Got to hit this guy. Got to knock him down. You can't pull him down. Warns the quarterback in the shotgun. And he's looking left. He's rolling right. We got him in the grass. He spins out. He's taking up the middle. And the ball is out. Do we have it? We say we have it. Mark Monsanto, a freshman. And we get the ball back. We lose the ball on the fumble. They lose the ball on the fumble. In the exchange, it's Bluefield ball at the 22. Quarterback scrambling. Good pass rush that time. Our best pass rush of the day. And he got it back just beyond the line of scrimmage, and the ball came out, and we recover it. Mark Monsanto, 6 foot, 195-pound freshman linebacker from Atlanta. All right, opportunity from the 22, behind 42-20. Lots of time left in the third quarter. We're looking to throw to Smith. When we threw to him on a button hook, he's going to be stopped right away, but not until we can make a gain to the 27. We have not thrown the ball deep to Smith yet. And he's our most dangerous receiver. The gain was just about 5, 2nd and 5. Ashton Dixon, the quarterback. Dixon has Pope behind him. And just to his right, he has Marion Harris. 2 receivers to the left. So Smith has company. He's got a slot back with him. Janison's to the right. And they're going to give the fake the ball up the middle. The pitch is to Harris, and Harris across the 35 to the 36. 3 yards short of the first down. 11:48 left in this third quarter. And the Rams trail the University of Pikeville 42-20 at Mitchell Stadium. Ashton Dixon, who started, is the quarterback. They're in a 4-man front with players over our guards and outside our tackles. Early in the game, we found some running room in there. 1st and 10 Rams. Oh, we're going to get thrown down. Oh, it's a good fake. Got me. A good fake to Austin Brown. And Dixon kept it up the middle. I thought it was a sweep for sure. Dixon keeps it up the middle. Well, I wasn't the only one fooled. He gained 9. 2nd and 1. They're still in their own territory at the 45. Dixon takes the snap. This time he'll keep it again. Same play. And he takes it inside their 45. The ball is down. They're going to call him down, though. The ball came out, but his knee was definitely down. So it's at the 44. They're faking the sweep to Harris. Harris is the right halfback going to the left. And Dixon has kept it up the middle. 1st and 10. We're at their 44. Dixon. This time he keeps the ball again. He fakes the pitch, and he'll keep it at the 44. Boy, they covered everything there. They covered the dive, they covered the quarterback, and they covered the pitch. We were trying to run something to the short side of the field. It was worse than we ran out of room. We didn't have room anywhere. But the decision was good. You know, you just don't force things, and it's 2nd down. That's all right. 2nd and 10. Armani Ford comes in at quarterback. Ford's looking, and now he's going to sprint out to the right. He throws down the middle, and it's incomplete. He threw over the middle at the 32-yard line to, was that Shamaj Tisdale? From number 8, Shamaj Tinsdale from Kingstree, South Carolina, ran across the field from left to right. The ball was low and was incomplete. 3rd and 10. The Rams at the Pikeville 44. They're coming with 6 rushers. Ford keeps the ball on the option, the 40 to 38. We're going to be about 4 yards short at the 38-yard line. We are going to go for it. Rams trail 42-20, 9:55 left in the third. Rams will go it with Armani Ford at the quarterback. We need 4 yards. We need to go to their 34. We're at the 38. Pope is the running back. Rodriel Smith is split wide left. Janison is split wide right. This could be the ball game this early. 4th down. We're going to fake that. We're going to give up the middle. We're asking a lot. We might have it, though. We ask a lot of a play over right guard. Adrian Pope got it for us. And so did those blockers, including Jedediah Holla at right guard and Jaquan Watson at right tackle. 1st and 10. We're at the 33. All right, we're going to fake it. We're going to throw. We got a receiver wide open, and we overthrow. Jansen's wide open. By wide open, he was at the 3. The nearest defender was at the 20. We had such a good fake to Pope that they came up and they would attack the line of scrimmage. Jansen's wide open, just trotting at the 10, casually strolling at the 3, and the ball was thrown out of bounds by about 5 yards. 2nd down at the 33. And Pope is going to keep on the option. And he's at the 30, running to the left, the 29 out of bounds. Gain of 4. Oh, the whole crowd came to its feet. And I think this is one of the biggest crowds that I have seen at a Bluefield College game. Having a good time here at Venerable Mitchell Stadium. We're at 3rd down and 6.
3rd down, 5 yards to go. Ball on Pikeville 20.
All right, Ashton Dixon is the quarterback. Dixon's going to keep, and he's got a wide open receiver. Rodriel Smith, touchdown! Touchdown, Rams! The fake was up the middle, and Pikeville came up and attacked the run, and Rodriel Smith snuck in behind. He was 15 yards wide open. And we hit him at the 10, and he was 10 yards, 15 yards ahead of everybody. Touchdown, Rams. 42-26. We're down by 16. We're going to go for 1. We've missed 1 extra point tonight. The kicker is Patrick Hilton. The kick is up. He just kind of punches it with his left foot, and through it goes. 8:43 remaining in the 3rd quarter. University of Pikeville, Kentucky 42. Bluefield Rams 26. This is Rams football on the Eagle 100.9 Classic Rock. 30 seconds. Huh?
He make the extra point?
Yes.
That should be 27, shouldn't it?
Did they?
I thought he did. I wondered that.
Did they make or not make that extra point? Oh, there it is. There's 27.
That happened last year, and I had the wrong score for 2 plays. Sometimes they just don't. Or maybe it's me.
And Bluefield will kick to Pikeville. Receiver's back on the 8 and the 13-yard line.
And the Eagle is proud tonight to bring you Rams football. And we have had a lot of action. Brian Woodson, the sports editor of the Bluefield Daily Telegraph, is here, and he's filled up about half a notebook, a yellow pad here. He's got pages of notes. That's how much is going on. There was a penalty on the extra point, a 15-yard penalty against Pikeville. So the Rams will be kicking off from the 50. In college ball, we kick off from the 35. The pros went to that too, didn't they, Brian? Yeah, the pros went to that. He's nodding. The pros went to the 35. The high schools are still at the 40, kicking off. From the 50, after the penalty, It's a side-winding kick. It's taken at the 5. We've got some coverage there, and we're going to slam the guy. Good. Well, we all came together in a package of 7. And all hit him together at the 24. Good return. I mean, good return coverage. So the Bluefield Rams defense will take the field. 25-yard line is going to be the spot. Pikeville will move from left to right, moving from the scoreboard the stadium drive. Pikeville leads 42-27. We're within 15. We're in that West Virginia 3-3. See if we can get a push up the middle. They're throwing to the outside and it's incomplete. They ran a button hook out to the right. And they threw it down at the guy's feet and he's incomplete. Second down.
Second down, 10 to go. Ball on Pikeville's 25-yard line.
Hassani Warren, who was 12 of his first college game ever. He was 12 of 14 in the first half for 274 yards. Here we are in the third quarter, 42-27. That exchange of fumbles went the right way for Bluefield. All right, he's going to throw it out on the outside, a wide receiver screen. We're going to tackle him at the 32-yard line and come slicing in there and grab him around the ankles or bringing him down. Rakeem Smith, one of those freshmen in the secondary. Rakeem Smith from Apopka, Florida. All right, third down. Third and just over 5. Warren, the shotgun quarterback, has 3 wide receivers to the right. And he gives it to a running back up the middle, and they're going to have the first down by a bunch from the 42. They spread us real thin with 3 receivers right and 1 to the left, and they just ran a play right up the middle. They gave it to Jamar Kirksey. You know, if Millar was in there, he might have been looking for it. Good disguise. So they got a first down at the 41, picking up that 3rd and 5, third down conversion. 1st and 10 at their own 41, Pikeville. We get onto a 4-man front now. We're bringing in some linebackers. All right, they're going to give the ball to the same back. Slants to the right, cuts back to the middle of the field. First down with about a 14-yard gain. Jamar Kirksey, 5'9", and a stocky 212. Redshirt junior from Louisville, Kentucky. He was lined up at the left halfback, and he slanted over right tackle. Picked up 14 to the Bluefield 46. They're spending some time looking to the sidelines to pick out a play. Warren, a nice-looking 6'1", 185 quarterback. He's looking. He's going to throw the wide receiver screen again to the left. And they hit Jackson out there, and he'll pick up 3. Maybe, we'll just say 3 right now. We covered it pretty quickly. Aaron Jackson. They've tried that twice, and we've done pretty well on it. They're just taking the shotgun snap and throwing the ball right out. What you got to watch out for here is they pump fake that quick out pass, and they go deep. It is 2nd down and 9. All right, and they're faking and they're throwing deep over the right side. We've got a guy on him, and we make the coverage, and it's incomplete. Outstanding coverage by number 19, Anthony Rivers, the experienced Letterman Jr. from Chester, Virginia. You know, that was the same kind of, I'm looking at Brian, I would say the same kind of coverage he had with the pass interference call against him. We got a bad call earlier on him, and it led to, a score eventually. All right, 3rd down and 9 from our 45. We're bringing a safety blitz, and we're stepping back. We've got a 3-man front. You would think we'd bring some pressure somewhere. We've got 3 linebackers creeping up and a safety. All right, and we're going to bring one. We're going to run a sweep to the right. We need a good tackle, and we get one. We get a good open field tackle by number 27. That's Robert Boatwright, the Letterman sophomore from Clairton, Pennsylvania. You know, we missed that, and they get a first down and a whole lot more. Nice tackle in the open field on their sweep to the right, making it 4th down and 1. There's a timeout, an official's timeout.
Ball on the 37-yard line.
All right, they're at the 37. We're going to stay here on this timeout. They need to go to 36. Did we get an idea who called the timeout? He kept.
It was an injury time.
Oh, an injury time. Okay. We'll still stay right here. Bluefield scored first, led 7-0. Bluefield had a 13-7 lead in the first quarter, and then the floodgates were open. They got behind as much as 28-13, scored to make it 28-20, and then a block punt and a couple other messes led to a 42-20 halftime lead for Pikeville. We're in the third quarter. We have 6 minutes remaining. Pikeville leads 42-27. It is 4th down and 1. When they move, they don't call it, and they're going to give it to the fullback and get the first down. The right tackle jumped, and nothing was called. It's going to be a first down for them at the 35. They only had to go to the 36. Well, we got enough instant replay in baseball, but which is too much, and that would an instant replay would have revealed that. In fact, we're streaming this on the network, on the BC network, and they're streaming a video, and we're just doing audio here. Oh, that was a false. There the fans are calling it down there. False start. Didn't call. They got the first down right over right guard, right with the guy who moved. 1st and 10 at the 35. All right, the quarterback's got a man over the middle, and it's a one-handed catch, touchdown. I tell you, when something doesn't do right on a 4th down play, they make it and then throw a touchdown pass right up the seam. They had a slot receiver right up the seam, making it 48-27. Right up the right, the hash marks. This ball's a little bit high. The guy reaches up with one hand, pulls it in with one hand, and it's a touchdown for Pikeville. They're going to go for the extra point here for point number 49. The spot is down. The kick is up. It is good. 5:36 left in the third quarter. Pikeville 49, Bluefield 27. This is Rams football on Eagle 100.9 Classic Rock. "30 seconds, please, Tanya."
I am rusty.
I know.
Taking a while to catch up.
I know.
I haven't done this in a while.
Five minutes and 36 seconds remain in the third quarter of play here at Mitchell Stadium.
Pikeville about to kick off. They just thrown a touchdown pass right up the seam, right to a slot receiver, and lead 49-27. The kick is a bouncing ball that's picked up at the 20, and Khalil's going to the 25, 35, the 40, and they're going to shove him out, push him back. And there's extracurricular activity over here on the Bluefield bench. There was an extra shove that was made on Khalil Randall right in the Bluefield area. That doesn't usually happen in the opponent's bench. I thought I saw a flag fly in there, and the official, and there is a personal foul against Pikeville. And they'll mark it from the 37. So they score, you know, on the touchdown, the guy ran right between our two freshman safeties. Freshmen were looking at the fake. Their quarterback had a good fake and then pulled the ball out and lobbed the ball down the middle, and that gave them the touchdown. 5:28 left in the third quarter. Pikeville 49, Bluefield 27. Ashton Dixon's a quarterback. The penalty took the ball to the Pikeville 48. Shotgun quarterback. Dixon's going to throw it outside, and we drop the ball. Rodrell Smith on a button hook. The ball was down around his kneecaps. It would have been a gain of about 5, but it was incomplete. He tried to turn and make something out of it too soon. All right, we're at their 48. It is 2nd and 10. We're 3 touchdowns behind. Dixon puts Kidd in motion. Then we fake and we're rolling and we're hit as we throw, and it's incomplete. The fake didn't slow down hardly anyone, and we rolled out and were pulled down. Dixon was pulled down by the waist as he let the ball go, and the ball was 5 yards short of the receiver and his defender. 3rd down at the 48. 3 touchdowns down. We take it that the Rams are in 4-down territory. All right, we got the signals from the sideline. Look like third base coach is over here giving signals to the quarterback. Dixon is 5 yards deep. He's got Pope behind him. Man in motion going from right to left. All right, Dixon's going to look, and he's brought down in a sack. First time he really got sacked, it's at the 45. Pope did his best to pick up one of the 2 guys that were coming, but he couldn't block both of them when we're sacked. We're at the 45-yard line, and we need to go to their 37. So we got a ways to go. We need 18 yards where it's 4th down. We're kind of... Sideline warning is given to both teams. They have to stay 3 yards off the field. You know, the players get excited and you try to get a viewpoint and they'll creep up. We're sending in the punting unit. Yeah, we're sending in the punting unit. The Rams are behind 49-27, 5-11 in the third quarter. Maples is the punter. We've had 1 blocked that led to a Pikeville score 2 plays later. So we dropped it. We're trying to run. Maples is at the 40. He's brought down at the 43. And Pikeville will take over 1st and 10 at the Bluefield 43. The first order of business of a punter is catch the ball. Ball hit him right in the hands, and we drop it. And he recovered the ball, but he had a long way to go. He was 18 yards from his first down stick. So the punting teams had a ball blocked. That wasn't Maple's fault. But we lose the ball here on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 Pikeville at the Bluefield 43. Less than 5 minutes remaining in the third. 49-27 Pikeville. Hassani Warren is the quarterback. He's had a nice game tonight for this Pikeville bunch. Taking their time, running off some clock here. Finally get the ball snapped off. They're running a sweep to the right. He's at the 42 and got nowhere from there. Ball carrier was a wingback, Alquan Weaver, and number 33 with a real nice open field tackle, Dakota Painter. 6'3", 215-pound tight end linebacker. Plays both at Lincoln, North Carolina. 2nd and 10. It is hard to figure out what the play is because of the faking that is going so well. They're doing so well with Hassan Warren with his fakes, where he's faking and then optioning or faking and then passing. He's been a good replacement for the graduated A.J. Graham. All right, they fake again. They throw a pass over the middle. We miss the tackle. We're there at the 20, the 15. They're carrying 3 players down to the 12. Nice fake by Warren to a running back. He brought the linebackers up, and he throws the ball right over their heads. And they'll take it down between the 12 and 13-yard line. You know, this was a wonder area, at least from our viewpoint in Bluefield. Now, looking at the Pikeville roster, what are they going to do with a freshman quarterback? They might have some woes. He's only completing about 89% of his passes for 20 yards an attempt. All right, they're going to give the ball on a right-handed sweep, and he's at the 5, the 4. He's still on his feet. He takes it to the 3. The left halfback runs a slant between right tackle and right end. It'll be at the 4-yard line where it will be second down. They can get a first down at the 2. They're looking to add some points. These points would come off of we couldn't get the punt off again. That we dropped a snap and they took over deep in our territory, and now they're at our 4. It is second down. They still just 2 yards for a first down. Warren takes the snap, and there's a flag, but it's a live play. He lobs the ball over his receiver in the end zone. Incomplete. Illegal shift is called on Pikeville. Or illegal formation, which is a live ball. That means it's not blown dead. So it was interesting that Warren knew that the foul had been committed. Warren knew that the penalty had been made, but he stopped as if it was a dead ball penalty. Wisely, he threw the ball away. So they're at the 9. It's still second down. It's not goal. They can get a first down at the 2. They're giving the ball to Millar. Millar's running out to his left. He's at the 7. He tries to stiff arm. They're going to throw him out of bounds at the 6. A sweep that ran to the left. Gabe Spencer, the freshman from Pilot. I'm sorry. That was Harry Cassius, the veteran linebacker. Absorbed the stiff arm and held on to the guy and flung him out of bounds at the 6. So it's third down, 4 yards to go for a first down, 6 yards to go for a touchdown. Millar is one of the running backs. Kirksey's the other running back. The give is going to be to Millar. Oh, it's a fake. And a touchdown by the quarterback, Warren. They faked to Millar. Good fake. Millar was at left halfback, faked the slant over right guard. And Warren just could have stood there and watched it like he was watching the play. He was going to watch a touchdown. Nobody watched Warren. Warren ended up having the ball with him, and he ran around left end for the touchdown. 55-27. Kicking for the placement. Karapanzik has been flawless tonight. This is his 8th extra point attempt. That line drive goes through. All right, it is 56-27, 2:13 left in the third. We're going to take a 30-second break. This is Rams football on the Eagle 100.9 Classic Rock. Welcome back to Mitchell Stadium where the Bluefield College Rams trail Pikeville 56-27. Last year's game, we went to Pikeville, and Pikeville won the game 56-13. There's a number of differences in this game. One is that Bluefield matches up physically. And Brian Woodson of the Daily Telegraph is next to me. He's nodding at that comment. We're matching up better physically against this team on both lines. But they're just finding some holes in our freshman secondary. That's one of the problems. And we don't have anything deep. We can't get the ball deep. We haven't tried very many times, but we can't get the ball deep. Part of that is their pass rush. There was a penalty against Bluefield, unsportsmanlike after the kick. So the Pikeville team will kick off from the 50. Our two guys are in the end zone. Kicking toward Stadium Drive. Line drive kick that's going to keep going and hit the fence by the flagpole. And Bluefield will get the ball 1st and 10. Trailing now by 4 touchdowns. Down by 29 points. They capitalized again. Pikeville capitalized again on a breakdown in special teams. We've had one block that led to one of their touchdowns, and we failed to catch a snap from center. So it's at the 25. That's the rule in college football. It lines up at the 25. There's a ball on the ground. They pick it up, and they're running. They got a linebacker who's running as a touchdown. It's a touchdown, John Dudley Hilton, a linebacker, senior linebacker from Pineville, Kentucky. We got confused on whether we wanted to give from the quarterback. Ashton Dixon was the quarterback. Whether we wanted to give to the running back or not. The indecision caused the ball to drop straight down on the ground. It took one bounce. Hilton picked it up at the 20-yard line. Touchdown. 62-27. They're going for their 9th extra point. That was the first play of that so-called series. We're still waiting for him to snap this ball on the extra point, and we block it. Ball goes into the end zone, and it's all down, and whistle blows, and it remains 62-27. We'll stay here.
This kick is blocked. This is the first ball.
You know, Brian Woodson and I have talked about that this is, seems like game 12 of 2013, that the floodgates or the shooting yourselves in the foot or whatever you want to call it, it just comes in waves. The roof caved in. I mean, just a couple of minutes ago, it was 42-20, right, 42-27. They hadn't scored, and then all of a sudden it's 3 touchdowns. The crowd is still here. We have a good crowd. One of the largest crowds, if not the largest crowd in Bluefield Rams home history here, of at least since the reincarnation in 2012. So that we've played in 2012, 13, and now the first game of 2014. I think one of the things that the fans can detect that there's no give up in these Rams. We're still fighting hard.
The Bears will kick to the Rams.
Maybe we're fighting a little too hard. We're a little tense.
Receivers. Rams have receivers on the 15-yard line.
62-27. We're waiting for the Pikeville kickoff. We're still in the third quarter. We got 2 minutes left. Got all our timeouts, Brian. All right. Deep kick is sending us back and back, and we're at the 3. And we're at the 10, the 20. A good tackle. Wow, Randall got really hit by a shoulder pad. A nice form tackle at the 17-yard line.
Good tackle there by number 52 for the Bears.
There's a lot that goes into this offense. A lot of decision making is made by the quarterbacks. Been the same with the Pikeville too. Their quarterback's making good decisions and taking care of the ball well. The quarterback is Dixon. He has Marion Harris behind him. Two receivers left. Janison is wide open. Lowen is the right wide receiver. The pitch out is going to number 21, and that is DeMarcus Vaughn, a freshman from Augusta, Georgia, 5'8", 165 pounds. He'll pick up a yard or two. I mean, all the reading that they do. They're reading defense. They're reading the first guy through. So they're reading a defensive interior lineman. They're reading defensive ends. They're reading the eighth man in the box, the safety. A lot is on the shoulders of the quarterback. Quarterback keeping the ball. Quarterback pitches the ball. Same running back at the 24. The 34, the 40, and steps out of bounds at the 41. Good read by Dixon. And he gets it to DeMarcus Vaughn, the freshman from Augusta, Georgia. 60 freshmen. Flag down. They're talking to Dixon. Maybe there was something in regard to the tackle. No, I didn't see a signal. The ball is being held at the 42. The flag is at the 41. I see it. After the play, unsportsmanlike against Pikeville. A little extra shove probably on this side and at this sideline, on this side where Bluefield has their bench. 1:20 left. We're at the 43 after they mark off 15. Pikeville's 43. Dixon the quarterback. Man in motion. And Dixon's going to pitch, and he gets at the 20, the 35, the 30, and that is Vaughn to the 30-yard line. Again, that'll get us a first down from the 43 to the 30. DeMarcus Vaughn, a freshman. Justin Brown, a freshman. They're the two running backs in the backfield with Dixon. Janison moves in motion from right to left. They fake and they pitch it to Vaughn. He's at the 25, the 20, and a hard hit knocks him out of bounds at the 19. First down.
First down Rams. Ball spotted on the 18-yard line.
Dixon making good reads. Remember, he's got to read the interior lineman, then he reads the defensive end who has the responsibility of taking the quarterback with a pitch back. At the 19, where it's 1st and 10, one of the last plays of the third quarter, we throw a pass, excuse me, and we throw a bad pass. Rodrell Smith was open in the end zone, and we throw it short to the 5. They almost intercepted the ball. The linebacker turned around and said, there was the ball right at him. I don't know if he expected Rodrell Smith to break off his route and slant to the inside. But that pass missed by 15 yards. 28 seconds left in the third quarter. We looked at the sidelines for a play. Dixon in the backfield with Vaughn and with Justin Brown. Brown is behind Dixon. Vaughn is to his left. Man in motion is Janison from right to left. They make a shift. We fake. We throw. We're shuffling around. We scramble. We're at the 17 to 16 and shove that at the 15. And Dixon makes the worst of a bad situation. Gains just over 3 yards to the 15, where it's third down.
Can't find the man elects to run at least a 3-yard gain.
Didn't force anything. Good idea. Third down. We need to get inside their 9. We're at their 15. Third and about 7. All right, we fake and we give, and Dixon is knocked down at the 9-yard line as the buzzer goes off to end the third quarter. A good fake to Marion Harris going from left to right, and Dixon will carry at the 9, about a half a yard short, will be 4th down. This is the end of the third quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds. The Rams trail 62-27. Rams football on the Eagle 100.9 Classic Rock. Whew, that was a long period. It's a long game. You know, 6:30 start. It's 9:15. The Bluefield Rams are trailing 62-27, and as we begin the fourth quarter, the Rams had scored first in the third period, made it 42-27, but since Pikeville has run off 20 straight points. All right, we have a whole quarter to go, each team with 3 timeouts, and Bluefield has the ball at Pikeville's 10-yard line. Make that the 9-yard line, and we need to go to the 8.5. This is the game. If there's any hope left, this first down has to be made. The quarterback is going to be Armani Ford, so that gives us a little more speed at quarterback. So he's got Harris for speed on the outside, and he's got Big Sam Bennett as the deep back. Harris is the right halfback. This is the game for Bluefield. We send a man in motion to the right. We give the ball to Bennett. He's got the first down. He dives into the end zone. Touchdown. Over right guard, Sam Bennett from the 9-yard line. He had the first down. We had a good block over there by our right guard, Jedediah Howler, and the right tackle, Jacon Watson. And we had the hole, and then he kept his balance from the 5-yard line on in, got hit by 2 players at the 1, and stuck his shoulder pads over the line for the touchdown. Extra point attempt. The left-footed, might be left-handed too, Patrick Hilton. Waiting for the PAT attempt. The kick is up. And it is good. And with 14:55 left in the fourth quarter, it is Pikeville 62, Bluefield 34. We'll take a 30-second break. Rams football on the Eagle 100.9 Classic Rock.
Rams will kick to the Bears. Receiver is back on the 15-yard line. Kick is on the ground, picked up around
the Rams have got a squib kick, and they pick it up at the 38, and they're running to the right, and they have room. He's at our 30, he's at our 20, he's and knocked out of bounds. Number 12, Cameron Nolan, was well over here, far left as far as he was concerned, ran around the right end, and picked up a couple blocks on the corner, turned the corner, and a line drive bouncing kick turns into return of 45 yards. They say he stepped out at the 23. 1st and 10 at the Bluefield 23. I tell you what, when you have a game like, there's nobody at the concession stand. We have hundreds of people here and nobody's eating. There's so much going on here. I know Brian Woodson can't eat. He's got that pen going. He's got 2 pens worn out and a half of a notebook. 62-34 Rams trail. Pikeville out of 23. And they give the ball to their running back over left guard. and he'll gain a couple of yards. That's Jamar Kirksey. They have a new quarterback they're trying out here, Tyler Guffey, a 6', 225-pound freshman quarterback from Monticello, Kentucky. That gained 3 yards. It's 2nd down and 7. The ball on the Rams 20. Pikeville taking its time, getting the signals in from the sideline. They are going toward the scoreboard, 2nd and 7 at the 20. Two wide receivers split left, man in motion going to the right. They're going to throw. We've got coverage. We've knocked it down. Did we intercept? Yes, we did. It's a touchback. We intercepted. Which one was that?
19.
Was it 42 or 12 who came down with that? 42 is the call. We had two guys go up. Gabe Spencer, freshman safety, great coverage. We were right on it from Pilot, Virginia at Auburn High School. All right, now this touchback will go to the 20. If there's a touchback on a kickoff, it comes out to the 25. If there's a touchback on any other play, just like an old-fashioned, it'll come out to the 20. The Rams behind 28 points, 62-34, 13:52 remaining. The Rams have the ball at their 20. They will go towards Stadium Drive with Dixon as the quarterback. Wow, they kind of shuffled two guys at once, and there was no call. There's a timeout there getting called by the officials. Timeout Bluefield. All right, we'll stay here. Timeout Bluefield with the ball at the 20. Dixon kind of was shuffling backwards while Pope was shuffling forward. And before we could have any kind of two-man in motion call, the officials let it go as probably as a shift. You can shift four guys at the same time, but you can't have them in motion. So Bluefield retains the ball at the 20. No penalty there. Something deep. Pikeville has thrown some deep passes and had some success. And Bluefield doesn't want to be too obvious about, having to go deep, and we're just still doing some play action. But with just 13 minutes and 52 seconds left in the game and behind 4 touchdowns, the Rams just might as well just get into a pocket and let it rip deep. Dixon is the quarterback. He has Pope behind him. We've got 2 receivers to the left, and we have one of those coming in motion. It's Roger L. Smith. Nobody ran with Smith. Let's get him open. And we hit Janison over the middle with the 35, and he'll belt out the 37. Roger L. Smith was the slot receiver on the left side, ran in motion to the right. Nobody moved with him, but we found Janison over the middle, and that'll be first down Rams at their own 37. Same thing. Here comes Smith coming this way. All right, we're going to fake. We're going to pitch, and we get the ball to Harris. We're at the 50, the 47 of Pikeville for a first down. So Smith, Roger L. Smith, the wide receiver, going from left to right. He made the key block on the corner, on the right corner, and sprung Harris for a 16-yard gain. I don't know why did they bring it back here? Out of bounds. All right. Thank you, Brian. 47-yard line. Harris is going to go to the left. No, he's not. It was a fake, and then there's a flag that comes in. Dixon faked the ball to Harris, faked me out, ran the ball up the middle for a loss of 3, knocked to the ground, and a flag came right on top of the pile. Personal foul, face mask against Pikeville, and it'll be first down Rams. That'll take it to the Pikeville 39, where the Rams will have first down. Rams behind 4 touchdowns, 62-34. We had over 500 total yards in the first half. I imagine we have 1,000 yards in this game by now. Smith in motion to the right. Then he has to stop because they're changing the play. Smith will stop, and they'll have two receivers to the right. They're two best. Smith and Janison are over here. And the give is to a running back. No, he's going to keep the ball. Dixon, he spins, and he spins again, and they'll gain 5 out of that. Good fake. Got hit a couple times going to the left and spun to the 33-yard line, where it's 3rd and 4. We need to get to the 29. And Dixon gives the ball to Harris. Marion Harris fakes. He slips the tackle and takes it to the 29, and it'll be very close to a first down. Smith was hit at the 34, and they're not even going to measure that. First down, Rams at the Pikeville 29. 12-13 left in the game. 3 timeouts for both teams. I'm sorry, 2 for the Rams. 2 timeouts for the Rams. Dixon, and he gives the ball to his running back right up the middle. Bounce to the outside, but he's only going to gain a yard or 2. That was Pope. Adrian Pope, the sophomore letterman from Hampton, Virginia. Well, that was 3. But the 3s and 4s aren't going to do it. We're down 4 touchdowns. Dixon fakes the dive, throwing deep. His arm got hit, and he intercepted the ball at the 20. And he's at the 25. He's at the 30. He's at the 40, and knocked out of bounds. Dixon knocked him out himself. But Pikeville will have the ball at their 37-yard line. Dixon was hit and knocked to the ground. His arm was hit, and the ball just come out of there like a dead duck. Intercepted, 10 yards short of any receiver, and the ball was brought back to the 37-yard line, where Dixon got up and made the tackle. Knocked the guy out of bounds. That was tough. Yeah, it was a toughness by that sophomore quarterback. All right, Pikeville's ball. They got a reserve running back, and they got a reserve quarterback. They're just looking at some of their freshmen. They run a slant off a right tackle. Oh, and at the 50 to 45, and to our 45, first down. 18-yard gain, 19-yard gain to our 44. We pretty much got our starters out there. They're got their starting offensive line, and they're making some changes in their backfield. The quarterback is their backup, Tyler Guffey, the freshman from Monticello, Kentucky. 1st and 10 for Pikeville at the Bluefield 44. 3 receivers stacked to the right side. They give us to the running back, and we're all over him, and he's fighting, and we got a flag that comes in at the 41-yard line. He's saying he's down at the 41. A flag came in from the referee behind the play. It is holding on Pikeville. Everybody's walking towards Stadium Drive, and that'll move it back. See if there was on the line of scrimmage.
Number 53 on the offense, 10 yards from previous spot, replay first down.
It'll be on the 44-yard line. So Pikeville will be 1st and 10 at the 44. All holds are marked off from the commission of the foul. They are at their 46. Pikeville at their 46. 10.5 minutes to go in the game. This game started at 6:30, and we're approaching 3 hours. Not that it hasn't been exciting. We've had a lot of action. Read it all in the Bluefield Daily Telegraph tomorrow. Brian Woodson will have the account. All right, hopefully if he makes deadline, he says, they give the ball to Millar, he takes it to the 48-yard line. Hopefully, with a deadline to meet. Now he'll have it. They'll hold the presses for this one. A lot of action here at Mitchell Stadium. The ball's at the 48 of Bluefield. It'll be second down and 14 yards to go. Reserve quarterback, reserve running backs. All right, they're driving toward the scoreboard. 9:43, taking it rather leisurely. We're in a five-man front. They're going to throw deep, and we've got him in the grass. We're going to drag him down. R.J. Buford is one of them in on the sack, and so is Dakota Painter. So they were looking to go deep, and we sacked them deep. Put it back on their 46-yard line, their own 46. They have to go to the Bluefield 34, so that's 20 yards they need. 3rd and 20. 9 minutes left in the game. Bluefield still down 4 touchdowns. Shotgun. Both teams have been shotgun all night. High snap over the quarterback's head. He got a nice bounce. He's at the 30. He's running to the 35, the 40, 45 on the right side. And he's taking it up to the Bluefield 45. The ball's over his head by 4 feet. And the quarterback had to turn around and chase it. And the ball just leisurely popped right up where he could run and get it. Robert Boatwright limps off the field. Something with the leg. They're attending to him now. He looks all right. He's not walking so much with the limp. So he looks all right, but he's out right now. With 4th down and 8 from the Bluefield 42, they're going to punt. What's this, maybe the second one? First punt. First punt of the game, Brian tells me. We're under 8 minutes to go in the game. They're punting from the 42. They may take a penalty. Now they're going to, it's a good snap. Punter hits it. It is high. It's going to hit the ground at the 21. It's rolling. They wind up rolling and rolling, and it'll stop at the 2. They got the overspin bounce, and Bluefield will get the ball at its own 2-yard line. Pikeville 62, Bluefield 34. We've got over 1,000 yards in offense in these two teams. We've had a block punt. We've had a fumble return for a touchdown. Pikeville had one of those. There's been a lot of action and a lot to see here tonight. A good crowd, opening day. And this is a Bluefield football weekend. You got a Beaver Graham tomorrow. We've got midgets and Smurfs and Pee-wees on Saturday. Saturday's America. Friday Night Lights. We have it all here. All right, we're waiting for the 11th Bluefield player to come out. There's 6 seconds left on the play clock. The ball snapped into the end zone, and Bennett comes out to the 9.5, maybe the 10. Started at the 2.5, and he's just shy of the 10. Now they're moving it back to the almost back to the 9. Nice 2nd down and 4. Dixon's a quarterback, and Dixon is coming out here. He throws the ball to Jennison in the flat. Jennison tries to leap over the defender at the 13. And it's going to be a 1st down at the 13. There's a violation right there that wasn't called. You cannot leap over a standing player. A defender who's on his feet cannot be leaped over. They don't call it all the time. You can leap over a down player, but not over a standing one. That's safety. All right, we get away with it. We're at the 19-yard line, our own 19. Jennison in motion going to the left, and we're going to throw a pass. It might be a lateral pass. Then they call the whistle.
Pass is well out in front of 81, incomplete.
I'm not sure if that was a forward pass.
Brings up 2nd down and 10.
If it's laterally or thrown behind the quarterback, a ball that hits the ground is a fumble. It did go out of bounds. So the ball's coming back to the line of scrimmage, meaning it's going to be an incomplete pass.
Ball returns
Had it been a lateral pass, it would have been out of bounds at about the 16. So here we are at the 19. Man in motion. That's Smith going from right to left. Dixon keeps the pitches that out, and he's got Austin Brown on the outside at the 34. He's knocked out of bounds. Justin Brown, I'm sorry, the freshman from Bristol, Virginia. The bounds will stop the clock with 6:40 left in the game. The Rams have the ball at their 31. They started this drive at their own 2. Boy, their safeties are deep. The pass is to Jennison, and they'll gain a couple of yards. There's a flag way over there, way on the other side of the field, and it's well into the secondary. It's 11 yards deep in the Pikeville defense, a place where defensive holding could occur. The officials confirm. The referee is walking toward here. It was an infraction on the cornerback, Pikeville. Brian, what did you hear there? Did you hear that?
Substitution infraction.
Oh, substitution infraction. Okay. So it came from the side. It came from Pikeville's side of the field. All right, 1st and 5. Bluefield has 36. All right, the fake, the give is to Brown around the left end, the 35, the 40, the 45, and crosses the 50 and gets to the 48-yard line of Pikeville. 1st and 10, Bluefield. 6:02 with the out of bounds. 6:02 left in the game. The Rams are down 28, 62-34. 2 timeouts left. Oh, you say it in bounds. 5:56 left. And counting. All right, the give is no give. Dixon's going to keep the ball to the 44-yard line. We're not seeing the deep pass. It seems like we would need the deep pass, but they have 2 safeties that are about 18 yards deep, which kind of makes it hard to do. Maybe something right in front of them. We're taking time. 5:29. We started this at the 2. There's a flag thrown by the official right behind the defensive line. Timeout, Pikeville. Does that pick up the flag? All right, he's putting it back in his pocket. So timeout, Pikeville. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Rams football on the Eagle 100.9 Classic Rock. All right, it was Sam Bennett is the ball carrier and taking it over right guard, and who will gain a couple of yards to the 41. That was a lot of indecisiveness. Dixon wasn't sure who had the ball. All right, the give is to Dixon. Keeps the ball, and he's running around the right end. He's at the 30, the 25. There's nothing like a good fake. And he had some Pikeville players running toward him after he had faked the Brown going to the left. And Dixon cut it back to the right, and he runs it down to the 25 where it'll be 1st and 10. A nifty gain there with 4:48 left in the game. 2 timeouts for both teams. At the 25, Dixon gets the sign from the sideline. He has Brown to his left, and he has Bennett behind him. Wingback goes in motion to the left. We need to throw it in the end zone. All right, and give us the running back, and to the 20-yard line is all we go. And that was Marion Harris. That just, it's 5 yards, but 5 yards isn't very much here, down 4 touchdowns. 20-yard line. Driving towards Stadium Drive. We're at the 4-minute mark of the game. All right, the fake is to Harris. No, the give is to Harris. That was for 2 yards to the 23 or to the 18. Maybe a couple yards when 20 are needed. 62-27. The Rams trying to close the gap here from the 17-yard line. It's 3rd and 2. Dixon, the quarterback, sends Brown in motion to the left. And the fake is to Bennett. He pitches out to Brown. He has a first down to the 10. Lowers his shoulder and drives it to the 7. Out of bounds. 3:20 left. First down for the Rams. This started at the 2-yard line. And we've taken the ball down to their 7. Bennett behind Dixon. Dixon's going to keep after the fake to Bennett, and he slips and falls at the 10, where it'll be 2nd down. The inbounds play, the inbound stop keeps the clock running, 2:55. From the 10, they're going to mark it at the 9. Rodrell Smith is a slot to the right. Jennison is the wide receiver to the right. Bennett behind Dixon. Unbalanced line right. A double fake. Dixon's going to keep the ball. 5-4, touchdown. Touchdown. A double fake. He faked to the running back behind him over left guard. Faked a sweep to the left. And Dixon kept the ball between his left guard and his left tackle. Touchdown. 62-40. Crossed the century mark. We've crossed the millennium mark in yards. We'll have those numbers in the post-game show. Extra point attempt is by Hilton. From his left foot, no wind. Kicking towards Stadium Drive. Kick is up and blocked. And the ball is picked up. And run back, and we're surrounding the guy at the 7-yard line. In college, it can be run back for safety, a block kick. All right, 62-40. Let's go 30 seconds, and it's this Rams football on Eagle 100.9 Classic Rock. Hey, Tanya. Yes, ma'am. Yep, we get the statistics. Unless there's something else, there's something scheduled on the Eagle that needs to get on right away. Okay, good. All right. Okay, you're doing good. Tanya, what's your last name? All right, thank you. Oh, thank you. I can't hear. All right, I got it. I'm on it. The Rams are taking the field. The kickoff team. Awaiting is the Pikeville bunch. They have 5 players on the line, and they have 5 players right behind them. They have 10 players within 10 yards looking for the onside kick coming from Hilton. 62-40. Rams trail. 2:29 left in the 4th quarter. Onside kick anticipated. It is. It's bouncing. It's back to the 30. There's only one guy back there. The ball's still loose. It's at the 20-yard line. And it's Rams' ball. The ball just kind of kept rolling, and they had one deep safety in the middle of the field, and the ball rolled to the right sideline as the Rams were facing it. It came to this side, and the Rams recover.
The Rams will recover the onside kick.
We're waiting to hear who heard it. There's so many people 6'5" in front of us down there on the Rams bench. What number you got there? 35. Bennett, the running back, is on the kickoff team. He recovered it. 1st and 10 Rams from the 21. Their 21. Bryson Dixon's going to keep it. Oh, we throw a bad pitch. We're fighting for the ball. They pick it up. They pick it up, and they get the ball back, and they're going to have it at their 36. A real good play by their outside linebacker, Demetrius Taylor. Actually, he was a cornerback. And you know, what a lot of people don't know, when the ball's on the ground, there's no such thing as clipping. There's no such thing as holding. I mean, it's almost WWE wrestling out there. You could go for it. So their guy shoved our guy in the back and then pushed him off the ball. Good football. And they have the ball back. We had a bad pitch. It was well behind the guy going around to the left. So more excitement. 1st and 10 for Pikeville at their 36. Their reserve quarterback is still in, Tyler Guffey. And Pikeville will take a time out. And we'll take a 30-second break. And this is Rams football on the Eagle 100.9 Classic Rock. Taking over from its 36, Pikeville runs a play up the middle to the 44, where it's 2nd down. Got some reserves in there. R.J. Buford just came out there, so we got a mixture of starters and reserves. The interesting film for the Bluefield staff to look at on all the areas, including the special teams. They'll see some things that they like. We matched up pretty well physically, which we didn't always do last year. It's 2nd and 2. Pikeville calling from the 44, letting that clock run down. 8 seconds on the play clock. Quarterback gives to the running back right behind him. We've got him trapped. This is Millar. We had him trapped at the 40s, up at the 44 and the 45. So all of that went for a yard gain. He's going to say they squeezed it out to the 46. We have 1 minute and 17 seconds left. The clock is stopped. We have somebody down. He's holding his stomach as if he had the wind knocked out of him. We'll stay here, and I'll give you an idea as soon as we can detect who it is. A wild affair. Bluefield led 13-7 with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Trailed 14-13 at the end of one. And then it was 21-13 and 28-13. Then Bluefield came within 28-20. Marion Harris, a 10-yard touchdown run. And then, as what happens, one thing goes wrong, and then the floodgates open. And after they scored, then they blocked the Bluefield punt. So it was 35-20, followed by 42-20. Bluefield scored on the first possession of the third quarter. Looked good doing that. But then 3 touchdowns came right in a row in the third period. And that made it 62-27. And here it is that we've scored 13 unanswered points in the fourth quarter. It is Pikeville 62, Bluefield 40, 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Bluefield has 2 timeouts. Pikeville has 1, if that matters. And we have over 1,000 yards of offense. And the defenses don't look really all that bad. But, you know, you got a 90-yard pass. And the newness, the freshman in our secondary, that showed up. And their starting quarterback, you know, they brought in Zani Warren, a freshman, a 6'1", 185 freshman from Belfry, Kentucky. And he was well pursued by the schools in the state, and he went to the University of Pikeville, and there was a question, you know, how good are you going to be in college? And he was outstanding. He had 12 of his first 14 passes for a 20-yard average per attempt. They're in their knee formation. They take a kneel down. 25 seconds. I think that'll be the last play of the game. They're shaking hands with one another. And we're ticking down the last 16 seconds of the opener. Brian, you might want that. Okay, and this is for you too. Okay, Brian Woodson, we thank him so much for joining us. He was helpful in. We got pulled out. We're all right. We're okay. Hey, can you hear me? We had a wire pulled out. This is we have a final score at 62-40, and this is Rams football on the Eagle 100.9 Classic Rock.